such a weird sensation to be moving again. That's gonna take a little bit of time to get used to. I think it's been like 5 months since we've been off elements. The good news so far is Matt just found out that the fridge now closes, so we might be able to use that.
Hey, some AAA batteries. We needed
And some AAA batteries for our new headlamps. Woohoo! So yeah, this is what we're looking at today.
More bilge cleaning.
More bilge cleaning and yeah, eventually getting this right for us to move into.
Oh.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot. It's actually not horrible.
It's not. It's one of those that looks bad.
Yeah, it's one of those that looks a lot worse than it actually is. It's in really good shape. It's just stinky from that bilge water in there. So the idea is we'll go through and wipe down every surface, clean everything in and out. The flooring needs to come out because that's just nasty. That needs to come out. We need to clean the engines and go through and kind of clean out the bilges, and that will hopefully get rid of that boat smell. Beyond that, that's kind of it for the interior.
Yeah.
We need to do a new overhead then in the V-berth area, and it might need some new cushions and stuff like that, but that really isn't a big deal. The big thing is going to be getting these engines all cleaned up, and so they're looking good, and make sure they're running well, and then exterior stuff. There's a lot of little things to do. But yeah, just another project. So I'm guessing that's actually still leaking then out there.
Our temporary fix of the hatch did not keep water out.
No, there's still some water in there. I don't know if it's from that or if it's a leaking seacock. It could be that. Yeah, I don't know yet. So we'll dig that stuff out and try to figure it out.
So my job now is I'm going to start scrubbing these surfaces, the counters, whatnot, maybe take some of the wood oil and just do any bit of work that I can right now. Again, we're just trying to get this so that we can move aboard in the next few weeks before the container gets here. And so for that, we are going to need cleaning surfaces everywhere. There's a lot of surfaces. We're Matt and Jessica. After 8 years of the nomadic lifestyle, sailing the world, refitting an aluminum boat, and then sailing the world again, we've decided to stop once more to build a brand new catamaran. We've just sold our last boat, and now we're on the hunt for the perfect build site, meeting up with friends and touring other boats along the way. Subscribe, and thanks for joining our adventure. Across the pit of death. How are things looking up there?
Gross.
Gross. It looks a little messy.
Yeah, it's a little disgusting. So, got my Tyvek suit again. Get a respirator on because all kinds of nasty stuff can kill me in here. And then cut out that inner piece so I can get into the core and hopefully start rebedding that or putting that back in, recoring the interior here. Alrighty, so it looks like we'll be cutting down here. Awesome, that won't even stick. It's so gross.
So moist.
Moist.
It's moist. Everyone's favorite word.
Moist.
Moist.
Moist. Yeah, I don't miss wearing these things.
At least it's not Florida heat.
Yes.
I know, it looks super cool. I want to see.
Yeah, I think I can go a little bit deeper.
second. Still gonna need the oscillating tool to get the last little bit.
Alrighty.
There's a little nastiness.
Ah, that's so gross.
That is bad.
That is so gross.
Yeah, that is so bad. Look at that. How much water is in there?
Looks like a sponge.
Yep. Whew. Yeah, I'll go through and clean that stuff off, and then we'll put it in the dehumidifier and let this dry out.
Alright.
And now for the highlight, the tent. We're gonna check it out. Well, actually we did it with Pete the other day, but to see what they've done since we've been gone. Look at these floors.
So we have a couple of inches of hard-packed gravel. They ended up getting one of the big rolling wheel thingies and stomping it down. So it is hard packed, which is awesome. Perfect. Again, our plan is to put plywood down over the top of this. They did also increase the drainage around the building, so we'll show that. That is awesome how that's set up. So we'll have no water in here. It's actually incredibly dry in here now from changing it. If you remember before, it kind of had some standing water, but they did put a big membrane down, then put all this layer of gravel on here. So it should just be a perfect spot for us. Not gonna help? You're just gonna videotape us?
Yep.
Nah. We'll see how this is gonna be.
Well, since Jeff got away with not having to clean bilges today, we're putting him to work for other things.
Well, I deserve this.
It's time to unload the Pacifica. And more importantly, our big green tool chest, which weighs like 300 pounds.
That's not that bad.
You guys got this. Perfect, and now we have a spot for our tools. Climb in there. Not a bad deal for 150.
160.
160.
Pretty good deal. What's 319?
And I guess that makes it the end of the workday for us. Yeah, we're gonna clean up our stuff and go, and I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the sunshine on my face.
So how many states have we been through today?
Let's see, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and now Maine. Yeah, we've driven a long way, but when you get the deal of a lifetime, you kind of can't pass it up. So we're making the very long day trip, round trip, of heading up to Portland, Maine to pick up 2 diesel engines for the Catamaran. Whether we're using them or not, we don't know, but we will
Exit the
have them.
highway at exit 42.
Our mission today, and kind of, well, why we woke up this early and started before the sun rose, is to go 500 miles north to pick up 2 2019 Yanmar 30 horsepower diesel engines. The gentleman that's selling them bought a Catamaran and he's going with a different option, and so they became available. I jumped at it because it's a good deal, and it does give us that possibility then, so in case it's the direction we want to go, we can put them in, and they're what we need for this boat. Picking them up right now in the next few minutes. And like I said, yeah, kind of exciting to get these 2 engines. We will store them and kind of make that final decision then. Do we want the Yanmar diesels? Do we want outboards? Do we want to go some other direction? So we are looking into some different possibilities, but we kind of realize that we need to do this relatively soon when we put the hulls together than anything else.
And now time to do the transfer of the engines over. Hopefully 3 people is strong enough to do it. All right, do you want me from the back?
Huh?
Do you want me on the back?
Yeah, please.
Okay. One engine down, 1 to go. Time to move the pulley system. Success! Team effort. Both engines are now in the truck bed. And luckily we have someone scheduled to help us get them out too once we get to the marina. Successfully in the truck for the night?
We think so.
Sure hope so. Engines strapped into the back, coming up on dusk now, and all we have ahead of us is an 8-hour drive back to Annapolis. So, kind of ready to get back in the car and in the heat. It's been a while since I've been in the snow. My fingers are going numb. We got the truck and the engines back to the apartment around 2 o'clock in the morning today after making basically a 20-hour run up to Portland, Maine and back. But they made it safely, so we got a good like 8 hours of sleep still. I think we woke up around 11. And now we're on Kent Island, ready to move them over. But it's still so funny, every time I hop in this truck, the seat is so big and I have these like wellies which go up to my knees. I have to take off my shoe to try. January and you're already working on short sleeves.
Yep.
So Noah's going to get some chain for us right now and hopefully we can just lift it up and swing it right around.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Yeah. What do you want today? Yeah, that's all I'm
I think we've got one. I just pulled the truck forward and they were kind of holding onto it back there. So 1 done and 1 to go. It looks like the trip was a success. We had no issues getting up to Maine to get the engines, put them from the guy's trailer into our truck, and then move them from the truck into the tent. So, of course, we couldn't have done it without the help of Kentmore Marina. So thank you to Alex, thank you to Noah. But as you can imagine, we've had a long 36 hours now. So we're going to head back, get the truck back, and then just, I guess, plan for our next trip out here.
Give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Won't you bend